Hey everybody, welcome back to Basin RC. If you're new here, thanks for watching. First of all, we got some other videos if you want to go check those out. We got quite a few, pretty good ones in my opinion. Yeah. But today we have an RC four-wheel drive Midnight Edition Blazer, and I've had this for probably about 2 or 3 months, and I've taken it out maybe 3 times. It's a fun rig in certain situations, but it doesn't do what these crawlers back here will do. And I'm not expecting that from this, but I was expecting a little bit more. I was just hoping that it would crawl just a little bit better, but the suspension is so stiff and the tires are mediocre. The servo is the worst I've ever had to deal with in an RTR, and the motor was pretty rough as well. So for this video and some videos coming after, we're gonna do a build series on this, and we're gonna stick with the scale theme, but we're gonna see how capable we can make this on leaf springs as well. I've got plans for a brushless motor, a new servo. I already did one upgrade, and I did a 3D printed transfer case mount, because the ones that come factory on it, they hang down so far. It's insane how far they hang down. So I'm gonna I already did. I printed a pretty much a flat one. Here, I might be able to show you. So it doesn't hang down at all. So that should help with clearance quite a bit. And then I also took out the little pen springs out of the shocks, but I think we're gonna change the shocks too, but that's gonna be in a later video. For now, we're gonna take this out on the rocks and we'll show you how it crawls right now. And then we'll start adding some stuff in. We'll see what we can do for free. There's a few mods that's on a bunch of forums and in some people's YouTube videos that, like, you can shave down the leaf springs itself to at an angle. They call it the Chino mod. And then they have an O-ring mod that you put O-rings underneath the leaf springs in between the lift blocks and everything like that. And it's supposed to give it a little more flex. And then I don't really know where we're gonna go from there, but we're gonna come up with some ideas and just make this thing super cool. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you like the running footage. All right, guys, before we hit the rocks, I really wanted to change the motor on this and add a little extra stuff, and I kind of went a little crazy. Kind of, not really, but I put a new motor in it. It's the Hobbywing Fusion Pro 2300 kV, which is absolutely overkill for this. I could have went with something. I probably could have went with a brushless one that had a drag brake setup, but I had this one kicking around, so we put it in there. Took the little fuel cell thing out of the back of it and moved the the receiver forward so that all the wiring would line up or reach, I guess, because everything is just so far apart. There was a plate across the top of the chassis that held your battery. I took that off and we moved the battery forward, and I just got it velcroed to the chassis. And then we added some lights, not really rock lights or anything, more like underglow, but it's pretty cool. Let's see, get it turned on. I was messing with the colors. You can basically do any color with these ones. I just found these lights on Amazon, and they were super cheap. I think they were like 16 bucks for 2 lights, but they're pretty bright. The motor is, like I said, it's gonna be overkill. I'm probably gonna break a lot of stuff, probably bend these springs pretty quick, but we got our first little setup done. I think we're gonna hit the rocks with it. I'm gonna put a servo in this. I've got an NSD RS1 sitting around. I'm gonna put in this, which also overkill. I think we're gonna nickname this rig Overkill, because everything we're gonna do to it's just gonna be overkill. It's fitting for the theme. So, but before we hit the rocks, I'll get that servo in here, and then we'll go out there and show you what this does, show you how the suspension performs and everything like that. And then we'll come back, and in a later video, we're gonna start doing a bunch of tuning with the free mods and see where we can take this. I have my eye on some new parts for this as well already that I'm gonna order shortly, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. See if we can make this the baddest leaf sprung Blazer on YouTube. Probably not. Probably far from. But it's a good ambition. So stay tuned for that, guys.